Hopefully we won't be showing tears this game. Hello everybody and welcome to TOFFEE BLUECAST. We are live. If you are on the Twitter and this pops up, the link is there so you can come over to YouTube. There'll be Everton fans in the comments. We've got a lot of regulars. You can interact. And this is a big game. And it being a big game, of course, we've got an opposition fan on. We've got a head-to-head this tonight. It's massive. And we did have him on the big 10-team relegation battle thing. And he's back. He was amazing then. He's amazing now. So let's get him on. Let's get the rivalry on, Paul. Here he is. Get him on the screen.
Hi, Andrew.
Oh.
Evening, gents. How are we doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Better than last weekend, anyway. We were feeling right rotten, weren't we, Dan?
Well, we actually, do you know what? We did a live watch last game. And we actually went on at 1-0 down. So we did a live watch, 1-0 down, which could have been very risky. But fortunately, we brought it back. But although we brought it back, it was a stressful game. It was a very stressful game. Yeah. We had you on the stream talking about how you was feeling last time we spoke to you. Has it changed? Are you a bit more optimistic?
Yeah, we've put a decent run of form together last 4 games unbeaten now since we brought Muric back into the side. I think I said on that stream that I couldn't see where our next points were coming from. And then we brought Muric in and we're getting points on the board now. So, but yeah, like you say, this weekend's an absolutely massive game for both teams. And I think it'll pretty much determine where we end up. I think Tuesday night sort of knocked my confidence a bit and thought, that's it, we're done for now. And then as the week's gone on, I've got back on the delusion train and thinking, oh, maybe we could still do it. We get something against you guys. We can still do it. But yeah, like you say, this weekend, absolutely massive. And I think if we lose to you guys, I think it's done. But if we get something against you lot, you never know.
This is why I'm saying it's a massive game, because this is your do or die. And I feel it's the same for us. I think, no disrespect to Burnley, but our fans would be fuming if we lost against Burnley. And it could be literally, if we lost against you, it could take some lifting back up for us. It really could. So this is massive. The knockdown would be unreal. It wouldn't be that just you beat us. It would be that you beat us, plus you've also knocked us down so low that we might go on to get beat again and again and again. And it could, like you say, could give you the hope. I don't want that to happen. I'm just saying how big this game is. I'm putting everything into perspective before this is the build-up. Before we go into the lineup predictions and score predictions. One thing I will say, don't take it easy on us. Just because you're on the TOFFEE BLUECAST, don't feel like you've got to be nice. Bring it to us tonight. This is a proper head-to-head, and I want you giving your team a big shout-out, and I want you to come at us tonight. Yeah. Well, what's this news in the comments, Paul? Did you hear about? Did you get that? I don't understand that.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff going on tomorrow before the game, including a march. So I think it's going somewhere from around the brick, from 2:15, and then getting to the ground as soon as after that. I think they're encouraging, it's the 1878, encouraging people to get in the ground for 2:45, and then give it massive when the teams are coming out, and really try and make it like it was when Frank was there, I suppose, when it was really our backs were really against the wall, because that's how it feels now. You know, we had a good result, had a very good result really on at Newcastle, but could have easily gone the other way, and there's no guarantees about tomorrow either. So yeah, we're trying to get, or the 1878 are gathering everyone, trying to get them all raging, raring, and give the lads what they need at the ground tomorrow.
Are you having any of that on your side? What's your name again? Sorry,
Andrew.
Andrew, call me Andrew. Yeah. No,
Andrew.
Not as far as I'm aware.
I was going to call you Burnley fan, but I can't. Andrew, I've got this man on Twitter in my DMs, and I scrolled through all of my DMs with you, Andrew, and looked to see where you told me the name in the conversation, and you didn't. So I didn't know before I come on. But yeah, Andrew, that's it now. I won't forget. You've got to make a mistake to learn it. Andrew, have you got any of this going on with your fans where you're trying to rile them up?
We don't really seem to do it, and it's something that annoys me really, because like this is the first day since Tuesday that I've actually got a bit of a voice. After our match against Wolves, we don't seem to. Our atmosphere at home is getting a lot better, especially in recent weeks. Again, performances are picking up, so our atmosphere is getting better, but it doesn't seem to be. It used to be really good in away games, and I'm saying all this, and I'll probably be wrong tomorrow, and atmosphere will be fantastic, but we don't seem to do like you guys have when the coaches come, like your intro video with all the flares going off and stuff. I'd love something like that at Burnley. I'd love to see us with claret and blue flares going off when you come under culvert and everything, but we just don't seem to be able to do it.
It's something that you should easily be able to do, but
Yeah,
it's just it's pulling your fans together to do it. I mean, by the way, our fans hate it, Andrew. Our fans hate it. Like we've done it the last 2 seasons, and our fans just want to be able to watch Everton play football and enjoy it. We shouldn't have to motivate the team this much. Our players should just be able to perform. But we've got in the situation now, Andrew, where literally we did it the Crystal Palace relegation battle, and we just stayed up. And then we did it again last season, and we just stayed up. And we've got to the point now where we worry if we don't do it, we won't stay up. So we kind of are forced. It is beautiful. It does look good, but it is draining as well, isn't it, Paul? These
oh man,
behind the players this much.
Yeah, I think one of the side effects from last couple of seasons is the amount of people who have just been covered in blue after all the flares and stuff, and they just spend the game looking like a Smurf. So it shows the dedication by our guys actually to do what we've done over the last 2 seasons. And Dan's right, we don't want to do it, but it's a nice sight when we actually do and do it properly. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, and I've no doubt all the fans are going to do what they can for the team. The team's just got to pull their finger out and do their job on the pitch.
This is going to be a massive one, and our players do need to kick up the backside. I mean, you're probably already aware of this, which Paul will point out. Our form is really bad. Like it got to the point, Andrew, where we were saying like a draw's okay, a draw's okay, a draw's okay, but it was just too many draws, and draws don't get you nowhere. And we kept believing the win would come, and now we're at a stage now, Paul. How many is it now, Paul? No winning.
13.
13, yeah. Your last win was us, weren't it? Your last win was us at Turf. So
yeah,
that's how bad it's getting. That's how bad it's getting. Yeah. And that was a long time ago, wasn't it? So that's how much we've been struggling to win. The last time we played you, we ain't won one since. So that must fill you with confidence as well, though, wouldn't it? Because you probably feel like you're coming up against a team that don't know how to win. I'm sure Sean Dyche has said that when he was your manager.
Honestly,
which you got told about in our press.
There's
other
the
team
table shows you.
Yeah, I mean, any other team, I'd be like, yeah, you guys, you know, there may be a chance against you guys, but I've been watching Burnley for far too long when I've seen these run of forms where you've not won in so many games and, you know, you've not scored, and it's nailed on that you guys will get something against us in that Calvert-Lewin scores, because he'd scored his first goal in however many games last week. So that's the sort of team that we are. Like I say, QPR last season in the Championship, QPR had been absolutely crap all season. We'd gone unbeaten at home all season. The day that we can win the league at home in front of our fans, and they go and beat us 2-1. You know, that's just the team that we are. So yeah, I don't feel too positive about it, to be honest.
That's exactly the same as me, isn't it, Paul? I always say I'd rather play a team that's been winning because of due a loss. That's my mindset sometimes, because I honestly think the team that's losing is pretty dangerous. I don't underestimate any team this season. I mean, we've lost against Luton this season. No disrespect to Luton because they've been smashing it, but I'm just saying that Luton game, we thought we was going to win it before we'd even started, and we got beat. I think we got beat to them twice, haven't we? So, yeah, no game is easy. And your team has got some good players in it as well. So and you're on the up now, like we just said before we come live. I just say to you how you're feeling. You goes, we are better now. You are starting to put a bit of form together, ain't you? So
yeah,
this is massive for you. It really is a massive game.
Yeah, and I think now as well, we're a completely different side to what you guys played us earlier in the year. I know that some of the players will still probably play who played against you, but we've got Muric back in goal, who it's basically like playing with another centre half. The amount of time that he spends outside his box on the halfway line, pinging balls across the field, is just absolutely brilliant. We've got Esteve who's come in, Assignon who came in January, Fofana's hit the ground running. These players that we didn't have earlier in the season, all of them have had an impact.
I'm going to drop that question on you there, David Davis. If you can keep the comments coming, we have got an opposition fan on, and it's a really good time to get a gist of how they're feeling right now. If you can keep the comments coming in, as long as the comments ain't rude and stuff like that, we will chuck them on to Andrew. As a Burnley fan, do you feel you are going to stay up? That's a big question, isn't it, that is?
Ask me this time tomorrow, because I think that'll determine it. If we even get a point against you guys tomorrow, can see it going down to the last game of the season. I think if you guys beat us tomorrow, that's the nail in the coffin. We're done. There's no real chance of catching you or Forest. We've got three, I don't say easy games, but three relatively winnable games at home coming up. We've still got Sheffield United to play. We've got Man U to play, which, that can go either way. So really, it all sort of borders on tomorrow. But at the moment, I'd say we're down. Well, if we get something against you guys tomorrow, it could all change.
So we are the lift that you are looking for. I mean, I just noticed then when you was talking, we have asked that question, David Davis. We have asked him. He said at the moment he thinks he's down. But if you ask him after tomorrow and he gets a result against us, that's a big sign to him that he feels it might mean that they're going to stay up. Well, it would be massive. I mean, you look at the league table there. If you are to get 3 points, I mean, you've got to remember as well, Everton still could be looking at a point deduction. So we're waiting on that. We are waiting and we're nervous. It would take you to 21 points, wouldn't it? So you just said that, you just said Everton and Nottingham Forest. Do you not see Luton as a team that you're in a battle with as well, or do you feel like they're all right?
I feel we're definitely in a battle with Luton, but it's more, there's only 3 points between us and Luton. If we can win and they lose, we go level on points with them. It's then after that, who can we catch to pull it in? Luton could be the team that keep us in the relegation zone and actually stay up. But no, I think it's we've got to look beyond Luton for the other two teams.
So you've already, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, you've already got to put Luton down, haven't you? For you to think that you've got to stay up, you've already got to put Luton. You never know though. This should never happen, but you could see Forest and the way you could be looking at it as you as a fan, you could see Forest and Everton below you, and you and Luton stay up. I don't want to think about that. That's not going to happen. But I'm just saying it is very tight with that table, Paul, isn't it? Anything else you want to say, Paul, on that table you chucked up?
Say again.
On that table there, anything else you want to say on that?
No, I mean, the thing is, you see in other years when it's looked really bad. We were 4 points adrift of Leeds. When we managed to catch him up, and thankfully we had 2 games in hand, and it was enough. But it can change really easily. It only needs a couple of freak results somewhere, some that you don't expect, and away with like
Yeah.
Luton were 1-0 up against Spurs. You know, that would have thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, wouldn't it? If they'd managed to get a win out of that. You know, and if we hadn't got a draw against Newcastle, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot to make the table change a hell of a lot. So if Burnley do manage to
Brentford are safe.
two wins in the next 5, it still leaves them with 4 games after. 7 games after that. Do you know what I mean? They've got a chance. No one's out of it yet. Maybe Sheffield United, but no one else is really out of it yet. Even going above.
Well, I was just going to say to you then, Paul, I don't, looking at that table, I thought this the other day when I looked at it, I thought Brentford was safe, but looking at that, I don't think Brentford are safe with a game in hand.
No,
They played an extra game. I really don't. I think that if they don't start, they could be in trouble as well. Or do you think Brentford are okay, Paul?
I think Brentford have got enough in the locker over their last 7 games. I think they've got a few home games that they should be winning.
They need it though, don't they?
They do. They've got to do the job. Same as us. We're literally playing everyone around us. We've got Sheffield United. We've got Burnley tomorrow. We've got Luton away. We've got Forest at home. We've got Brentford at home. You know, we couldn't have asked for better fixtures in one way, but it's got to go well, because if we're playing those teams and it doesn't go well, they're obviously catching us then. So we have literally got 5-6 pointers, if you like, coming over the next 8 games.
Just look at the comments there. We'll keep putting them on the screen. The Blues have said there, keep chucking your comments in, because we do want to interact with the Everton fans. And if there is Burnley fans, we'll interact with you as well. I'll never forget the feeling the comeback Burnley did against us when they had Daesh. Yeah, I remember it. I do.
Is that was that when you played us at Turf and you had Big Sam? You guys were 1-0 up at half time or something.
No, we had Frank. Did we have Frank then? And we lost 3-2. You beat us 3-2, I think.
Is that Frank?
That is the game where Daesh says we don't know how to win a game. Yeah. Well, basically,
yeah.
That is the game where we just couldn't win it. We had the win, and you come back and you won. And Daesh said in the interview,
of course,
that we didn't know how to win a game.
Corner last minute winner.
Yeah. I remember it. It hurt. Yeah. That was our downward spiral after that. That nearly sent us down. That really did nearly send us down.
Do you know what? On Tuesday night, I said to my missus, it feels like that Everton game where, because that night when we played you and we won, I thought that was it. I thought we were safe. And it obviously ended up going down to the last game of the season and we went down. But it felt like that on Tuesday night where it had been hyped up that much that if we won, we'd have been safe. Whereas we got the point and now it's gone on to you guys. So again, I'll take that tomorrow, but I can't see it.
Looking at the form there, though. I mean, Paul, you took the form on the screen, and you what do you think of that form, Paul?
It's not great for either of us, really, is it? To be honest, at least Burnley, for their sake, managed to get the win against Brentford. I think if they hadn't got that, I think Andrew would probably agree that they'd be pretty much stuffed. But at least, I mean, a draw against Wolves, draw away against Chelsea was a cracking result. Draw away against West Ham, not easy to get. So, you know, they've got it in them to pull a result out. Us, we've just struggled to. I tell you what, we've struggled to do is get 2 goals, and when we've had the chance to go ahead, we've struggled in that respect. We really have. It's come back to bite us on the arse every time.
No, you look at like there's some of the teams that you've got results against. Then you've had some good results. I mean, I'm looking there. West Ham's not an easy game. Drew against them.
No, you're looking at the results there, but I'm looking at it as Bournemouth. We played brilliant and probably should have got something there. West Ham, we were 2-0 up at half time. Brentford, we were 2-0 up and cruising, and they scored and then got a goal disallowed. which would have been an equaliser. Chelsea were cracking, and we should have got all 3 points there, really. And then Wolves, again, we were winning 1-0, and then dodgy free kick, and then dodgy defending to pull it back as a draw. So we just struggle holding on to a lead. It's not good viewing for either of us, I don't think.
Yeah, but on the other end, you are saying that the results look okay there, but you should have got a lot better results. So you're obviously performing quite well. The fact that like you say, the results look okay, but you're still saying you should have got better results than that. Like a bit like us, really, isn't it, Paul? Our performances have been a lot better than our results, which Dice keeps telling us. Our XG is really good. Our performances we ain't majorly angry with. Well, just lately we are, but a lot of them we ain't been majorly angry with. Against Man United, some of the games, if you had a bit of luck, some of our draws or our loses could have been wins. And it sounds stupid when you say that, when you say a loss could have been a win, but it generally was closer than what it said on the scoreline.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of those. I mean, however many draws, 5 draws, 6 draws now. Some of those ones, particularly earlier ones, were games where we came out thinking we actually should have won it. You know, Brighton away was a good example of that. It's just a case of holding on, but we never really could manage to finish teams off or hold on when we needed to. The ones where we've actually lost, the United game, stuff like that, the Bournemouth game, they were performances where we were really hurting because we knew we just hadn't played well enough to deserve anything. So we can't play like that again.
No, we definitely can't. I'm going to drop. The next thing we're going to do is the lineup, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah. Just give me a sec. I'm just throwing in the
go on, shoot that on, sorry.
Set of fixtures. No, I was just gathering the next set of fixtures that we've got, and Burnley have got as well. So just bear with me for a moment.
Just listening to you talking about how you're struggling to kill games off and these draws that could have been wins and losses that could have been wins and stuff, you just sound like us 2-3 years ago with Deitch. It sounds so familiar of where we go 1-0 up and we should be killing a game off and we're not, and then it gets nicked from the other end. It's just so familiar.
I mean, the thing is,
you know what? He's getting the heat up, and Paul. He's a lot.
Well, Deitch has turned a few people sour in the last few weeks, you know, and then a couple of people say, "Oh, well, I've been saying it for ages" and stuff like that, and there's still plenty of people who realise that we can't do anything about it, so we can't afford to sack him. We couldn't get anyone else in to do particularly a better job in a relegation fight, so this is what we've got, and this is what we're going to stick with, really. I can imagine there's lots of Burnley fans who are thinking, like you just said, Andrew, is the fact that, can see the signs, so it looks as though it's just going to go sort of downhill for them season after season. I hope that's not the case.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I love him to bits, Deitch. Like it's horrible seeing him wearing an Everton tie. I never wanted him to, go back into management or anything because he's everything he did for us, and where we wouldn't be where we are now without him. So it's no disrespect to him. I love the bloke, but he wasn't the same man the season we went down. Something changed, not sure what. There's obviously a reason that he was out of management for so long as well before he came to you guys. It's just scary at how similar.
I'll
keep company.
Would you have him? Would you? That's an interesting one because the comments are coming in now, and it's good because someone just said it's interesting that you've just said that what's happening with us now was happening with you a bit back. I didn't really question you much on Darcy. I forgot that he is your old manager, which I shouldn't. But would you have him back now? Would you have him?
Not now. When he was our manager, and we played what everyone called Dyche ball or Brexit ball or whatever you want to call it. It was brilliant to piss off teams like United, Liverpool, Chelsea, like to do that and get a result against them. Watching it wasn't always fun. When it was going well, it was brilliant. When it wasn't fun. And I
Do
think
you think
that
we
sort
play
of
that?
epitomised it. See, sometimes you can be really good to watch. Like, I watched you when you played United, and there were moments where it was like, oh my God, like, this is a good team who can play good football. And then there were moments where it was like, Christ, this is like watching us 2 years ago when we went down. But because I've now seen Burnley play football that I didn't think Burnley could play, like I say, with Muric on the halfway line, Dyche would have a heart attack if Pickford were on the halfway line, spraying balls about in third minute and stuff. It's not the sort of
But
football that
do you know
Dyche
with
was
your
about.
players,
So
because you've invested about 100 million. I know a few Burnley fans, and they was getting excited at the start of the season. Dyche never got 100 million. Do you think Dyche with 100 million? I know you say you don't like his football and stuff like that, but do you think this season you'd be a lot higher in the table if you did have Dyche? Do you think you'd give a lot of points away? That's an interesting one, isn't it? Do you think who would that if Dyche was giving your team now and Company was giving your team now, which he has been, who would be higher, Dyche or Company in the league if they had this season with you?
I think probably Dyche because of the defence, because we've been shocking in defence. But we wouldn't have scored as many goals. I mean, we've not scored loads anyway, but
he would
we
have you
wouldn't have
higher,
scored.
Andrew. He would have you higher. So what's more
He
important,
would.
pretty football or staying in the Premier League? That's the biggie.
Honestly, I don't like the Premier League. I hate being in the Premier League, so I'd rather be. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can. So I'd take pretty football and enjoying it and fighting around the playoffs in the Championship than sitting near bottom at Premier League every season watching shit football.
I think though that's why he's ideal for us at the minute, because we haven't got a pasta pit in. Either. It's we've literally got no money to spend, and we're getting draws. Is basically why we're where we are at the moment. Is those draws that are just a different case, and keeping the scores low against us. That's all we feel as though we can do at the moment. These are the fixtures to come over the next. Well, this is what we've got left, basically. So Burnley, obviously tomorrow game, Brighton at home, Sheffield United away, United away, Newcastle at home, Spurs away, Forest at home. I mean, that Man U, Newcastle, Spurs threesome there is going to be quite damning. If you're in with if you're in with any kind of chance after those three games, then you'd have to be pleased with that.
Yeah, I just don't want it to go down to the last game of the season.
Neither do we.
I'd rather know and enjoy the last game of the season as a bit of fun in its right than just nail-biting horrible. I know you guys will know from last year how horrible going down to the last game of the season to stay up. I don't want to do that again. I'd rather know.
No, it wasn't
pretty.
I think it was the worst and best football match I've ever been to. It literally was the worst and best football match I've ever been to. Best because I know how important it was, but still, if I think about it now, it makes me feel sick. It just really was. It was like it's bad for you. It was bad for your anxiety and stuff like that. It really was. It was just like your whole body thinks your club's going down. So your whole body is absolutely petrified because Everton's history, we haven't been down in so long. So it made us want to eat. You want to stay up anyway, but it makes you want to protect it even more. And yeah, it just wasn't nice. And we've got to get away from this as well. And whoever does, by the way, whoever does lose this, is probably going to be in a game where they need to win, stay up last game of the season, because that is literally that is this game for us. For me, it's pulling away or it's being in big trouble. Paul, I'm going to set you up here.
Go
on. That's you done with the stuff on the screen until we do the lineup.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
Just to add a little bit of fun. That's what we do on TOFFEE BLUECAST. So I'm going to put myself here. Yeah. And if I was to say to people on the show as well, have a listen, because this is one of the best shows going. I don't lie either. Here we go. We'll get good feedback on this. If I was to say to you two right now, seriously, whoever drops the best dance moves on a dance-off wins the game tomorrow. What have you got? What have you got? You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoever's got the best dance moves. So literally, if Andrew drops better shapes, Burnley are going to win. If Paul drops better shapes, we're going to win. Let's see. This will curse it as well. So make sure, Paul, you do as Brad did, because I'm not going to get it wrong. Here we go.
All right.
What shapes have you got? Here we go. He's bringing ball. Drops it on the screen. Make your shape, Paul. Make your shape. Was that your shape, Paul? Yeah, it was.
That was literally the shape.
You can have the 3 points.
Andrew wasn't cutting no shapes. We do like to drop a bit of music on to liven it up, and I thought we would just have a little bit of fun there. Right, so what we do now, we are going to do. Paul, I thought he was going to drop that then. I gave you the light, mate.
No,
I was going to take that. I was going to take Andrew down. I was going to go head to head with him then. It was going to be like big fish, little fish, yellow fish, cardboard box, the lot. I was going to go into the new Calvert-Lewin song as well. Right.
Well,
here we go.
To be fair, I was trying to find that so I could play it, but I can't find it at the moment.
You can't find the Calvert-Lewin. You will probably get done for copyright, won't we?
Probably. Emmy's right, Andrew. You got off easy. Rich, the Palace fan, had to rap freestyle. So.
Do you know what? You don't know what people are like. I didn't know if Andrew was going to bottle it like he did, or I didn't know whether he was going to flick that hat and catch it like Chris Brown. I didn't know what was going to go down. I really didn't. That's why I do like this channel, because you never know what's going to happen on the TOFFEE BLUECAST. We do like to have fun. And we're building a head-to-head up now, because I'm getting ready for you, Andrew. I mean, I liked you at the start, but I'm starting to feel a bit of Iron Tiger now. This is the biggie, because we're going to do lineup predictions now. So we're going to clash our players, and then we're going to finish with score prediction. So, yeah, we are going to go head-to-head now. We've kind of just had how we feel as fans, and we get on as fans, of course we do. But when it comes to the game, this is the nitty-gritty, and we're going to do this. Right, we have got a new gadget. We're going to get your lineup prediction. Pop, should we get his first, Paul? Yeah?
We have in a minute.
So we're going to get, I'll give you time on that. We're going to get your lineup prediction. So what lineup you think or what you want, put in, and we'll put it on the screen. And that'll be the Burnley lineup. But it gives us a good idea of what players you like and stuff like that. Then we'll do our lineup prediction. Then we finish with the score prediction. The Blues did like home. I thought Paul was going to cut shapes, and I gave him the spotlight. You know what I mean? We are going tomorrow, me and Paul, so don't worry. You will get shapes at the side of the pitch. I know, it was good. Prop was good, to be fair.
Right.
I do like your dancing, though. Your singing's lovely good. You normally shot me, didn't you, sir? Right, here we go.
Normally do.
Have you got the
spot like that? That's why.
I know, that's what I do. That is what I do. So we're going to get your lineup. I've got 2 teams that I watch a lot of football, by the way. Someone actually DM'd me and said, do you want to come on this football show, the podcast, where quite a big account actually as well, and said, do you want to come on this big account where you need to talk about every team? But do you know everything about every team? You have to talk about them for 5 minutes. And I said, yeah, I do. I watch a lot of football. But the 2 teams that I would say I know least about is Burnley and Sheffield United. I haven't watched them as much as I have other teams. So this is going to be interesting now. I'm interested. This is going to lure me for this show that I'm going on to talk about Burnley for 5 minutes. Go for it.
Right. So is
What
this
formation
is
you
Andrew,
going?
is Andrew going to do his then for theirs?
Yeah, he's doing his first. Yeah. Or should we go
Right.
on, Paul? You do yours first, actually. Do you want to do yours or do you want to do his first?
No, Andrew, go first. It's fine. What
Yeah, and then we'll
formation are
do
you having,
ours.
Andrew? What do you reckon you're going to have? Are we putting 4-4-2 or are we going 4-5-1? What are we going for?
He said he wants a
No,
9-1. 9-1.
I'll take that for score.
I know.
Go 4-4-1-1. He'll have someone playing
4-4-1-1.
behind main striker. Yeah.
Right. Who's in that?
4-4-1-1 is going. You ain't got Sean Dyche, you know. You can go 4-3-3.
Oh no, he'll go with this. I'm certain of
This
it.
is your thing. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Who's
He'll
your
have
keeper?
Muric in goal. Muric has to be.
This is your new
Not
amazing
lost there.
goalkeeper that you said, Andrew.
No. This is where
Oh,
I can't spell any of the bloody players.
I see. Muric.
All right,
He's
thanks.
He's not.
He's a
He's not
teacher.
new and amazing. He's absolutely. It's baffling because he was our main goalkeeper last season, and he played pretty much every game, and we only lost 3. And then we brought James Trafford in for 19 million, pushed Muric to the side, and then for some reason brought him in 4 games ago, and we've not lost since. So it's this. He's the one where everyone's baffled as why did we not play him from the start, because we saw how good he was last year. So yeah, we have to have him in goal.
You love him, don't you? He's not better than Jordan Pickford, you know. You love him. I can tell it. I can see it in your eyes there. He's the answer to you, isn't he? He's the answer to staying up. Yeah.
Who's going left
I
back?
like it.
Left back Charlie Taylor has to be.
You like him?
Yeah, decent player, decent lad. Not the best, not all flair, but he'll defend and he'll graft hard. So
Bit
has
like
to be
on Miko,
Taylor.
to be fair.
Centre back.
Centre back. First one will be Esteve. It's just E and then Steve. It's basically what we're calling him now. Yeah, he's the top one there. I don't know why that's not updated with, but yeah, Maxim as Steve. Yeah,
Frenchman. Right. Okay.
Is he big?
and then he's 6. What is he, like 6'6" or something? He's quite tall, and he's just he's a.
We did you on set pieces last time, didn't we? So literally, you struggled with us on set pieces. So that could be. I don't think you played him last time, did you?
No, he's one of January signings. He's one of the ones who's coming on loan in January. Yeah. Hoping that we can get him permanent, but I don't think so. He won't want Championship. Dara O'Shea to go with him.
There you go.
He's come on leaps and bounds, to be fair. That'll be Assignon.
Who?
Assignon. ASS.
ASS, baby. Shake that ass. I see you, baby. Shaking the ass. These names, let's see what I mean. This is the. If I was on that channel now and I had to talk about Burnley for 5 minutes, I don't know Assignon. I don't know. I've got to study Burnley clearly because I don't know some of these players.
Assignon. IN. Yeah. GNON.
Oh God! Right. No, it's not good enough.
Is he not even on there? Let me make sure it's spelled right. Because
do you know what? I'm gonna. This is where I'm going to turn on you. If your player's not on this, you shouldn't be allowed to play him.
I'm just going for ass.
Report him.
ASS IG.
Oh, IG. There you go. Got him. Yeah. But he doesn't have a Burnley badge. Again, doesn't have a Burnley badge.
You see, no.
All these loanees
got sent off against Chelsea.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
okay.
He's one who got sent off against Chelsea, but he's good. Yeah.
Who's your left side midfield?
See, you can never tell. It'll either be. Will it be? Yeah, left side will be Wilson or Debert. Come on, Dan, you've heard of Ordbert, haven't you?
Yeah, I've heard of him. Would you prefer him over
Yeah.
Dwight McNeil, or would you rather Dwight McNeil be there left wing?
No, Ordbert can use his right foot, so I think I'll stick with him.
Oh, he's ripping us, Paul! He's ripping us! We've let him come on this show and he's
Honestly.
giving it to us now.
When he was still at Burnley, I used to call McNeil Xbox 360 because all he'll do is turn around and use his left foot. That's all he can do. It's a hell of a left foot, but it's all he can do.
I was going to say, he did use that left foot to put on... He actually used that left foot to put the ball on Tarkowski's head last time we played you for us to beat you.
I know.
I swear it was actually a McNeil cross onto Tarkowski's header. It was 2 Burnley players last time. It was McNeil cross, Tarkowski header. This is getting tasty now. Who else has he got? Left centre mid.
Left centre mid. Berg. Sanderberg. Yeah.
Big guy.
Big Sander.
Looks
Best mates with Haaland there.
Oh, yeah. Does that mean that you're going to get Haaland then next season? Not that good a mate there. Who's the other one?
No, but Berg will be going City. Josh Cullen.
Cullen. That is. And your right hand side?
Right hand side.
Have you got,
I'd go with
what players?
Larson.
What? Larson, sorry. Go on. I
From
was just going to say,
Larson.
what players? Have you got a few players out here, or is this your best team?
To be honest, pretty
Is Brownhill
much.
available?
Brownhill's available, but he don't get in the starting 11. You
don't like him.
He's
I know
not
him.
good enough. Yeah, he's a good player. He has purple patches, but he's not on the same level as Cullen and Berg.
Is that the right one?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah,
Is that him?
Jacob Larson.
Oh. Don't like the English,
probably.
Not
It's
since
very
Dyche
weird.
left. They've gone full experiment, haven't they?
Say when it would Dyche, you'd have full starting 11, all British, 1 to 11 kit numbers, and now everything's centre attacking. That'll be Foster. I'd say Lyle Foster.
Sounds good.
And up front, he'll play Fofana.
Fofana. Lots of Fofanas. Which one?
David Fofana, the striker with the Chelsea badge, because he's another on loan.
Another loanee. I mean, the company ends up like putting this philosophy into all these players, but they're all on loan, so they all bugger off. And then you got to get new ones then to carry on the trust the process.
Nathan Teller was our best player last year, and he's smashing it at Leverkusen now because we won't fork out 20 million for him. So, yeah, we've got some players in there that are our players, and hopefully, if we do go down, that they'll still be our players next year. But a couple in there as well. I think Assignon and Brun Larson. I think we've got obligations to buy them at the end of the season, no matter what. And I think Esteve, there's the option there, which again I don't know if we'll take up. I'd like us to take up, but I can't.
I was going to say, Andrew, what because there are, you're not rock bottom with 0 points. So what's your most positive area? What's the area of Burnley that we've got to be most concerned about tomorrow?
No, he's in net, Muric. I know Dan thinks I'm in love with Muric, but now he's in there. He's just a big commanding presence. He's got a hell of a kick on him. He's probably, arguably, one of the best passers of the ball, at least as a goalkeeper, in the league. So yeah, I'd say Muric. He's definitely one to watch. If we've got the ball, if you guys have got the ball, I'd say Cullen, because he won't be afraid to put in a tackle and bring someone down.
Yeah,
no, it is interesting. I mean, I look at some of your players, and I don't know a lot of them, like I say, but you can tell you've got a lot of energy. You got some. It's just whether they're going to be brave enough, isn't it? For me, I think you've got a lot of unexperienced Premier League players there that could be. Those sort of players against us can be really dangerous. I mean, we're the sort of team that sometimes can make a name for these young players you don't know that much about. That's the worrying part for me. I mean, for Fofana, he's decent up top. I've seen a bit of him. Foster's quite good. So you've got two good attacking players there. Not scoring loads of goals like us, but they're quite lively, ain't they? They are quite lively players. So I don't look at any team.
Another one who's a good player to keep an eye on, Zodba. He'll be up there as, we had Luca Kogliosho at the start of the season, and he got himself injured, and he was like the bright spark at the start of the season, getting in the box, winning us, free kicks. He was a good player. Got injured, and then Odebear's come in, and he's just like Kogliosho, but 10 times more. So he's definitely another one to look out for with his pace and his little bit of trickery. And it wouldn't surprise me if he did go down in the box for a foul. That may or may not be a foul.
Oh, we've got a shit referee as well.
Don't
tell me that. We've got a bad referee. We've got a Newcastle fan as referee, and you're telling me that you've got a player that might go down for a penalty. Heart attack stuff, this is. Literally, a man in a Newcastle shirt is refereeing the game after we've just beat Newcastle, and Newcastle hate us. That's not what I want to hear. Right, so Paul, that's your lineup. Told us that you sound a lot more positive, Andrew, than when I last spoke to you about your players. So they are clearly performing a little bit better and exciting you more, which is worrying for me, but obviously positive for you. Like I said, I don't want anyone to go down. So it's good for you they are performing, but we need to beat them today, Paul. We do. Right. So, Paul, you're going to do your lineup first, and then I'll do mine after because I haven't even thought about mine. And then we've got the lineups in the comments. We'll get them on, and then we'll do score predictions.
That's fair enough. Well, I can't see formation changing for us either, to be honest. So, although I kind of like to push people up a bit, so I kind of go for this one. See if
do you know on the just before you put yours on, Paul? I just want to say from what I got from the press interview, I think he said Onana's got a couple of knocks. Do you think that might mean Onana's not going to start?
Well,
I'll tell you the lineup now, won't I?
He's I think he
didn't say he's touch and go, did he?
No,
he's on the grass, mate. He's on the grass.
He's more than on the grass, isn't he? He's more than on the grass. Dan Juma's on the grass.
If he's on the grass, you'll see him next season.
Yeah, he's not. Dan Juma's not ready. And Blues also mentioned that someone else wasn't available. Oh, Dobbin. Yeah, Dobbin and Dan Juma still out. As far as I'm aware, everyone else is still available. There's no news to say otherwise. So I suppose the big question will be the lads who came on Tuesday and gave us a bit of a fighting chance. A couple of them did well when they came on. Do they start or do they stay as subs? And you hope that they make the same impact if they're needed. So that's generally what you have to think about, I suppose. For me, it's obvious, like some is obvious. It's fine. So Pickford, obviously, no brainer. Mikalenko,
he's back, baby.
No brainer. Your back four generally, I think, takes care of itself. To be honest, Brantwaite and Tarks.
Need to step it up, doesn't he, Brantwaite? After last game, it's the first bad game I've ever seen him have, so I can let him off. But...
yeah, I hope the England thing hasn't knocked his confidence at all. He probably would have looked at Dunk having made those mistakes in the two games and thought, why didn't I get a chance? He will more than get his chance. He might not make this squad. He might not make this Euro squad. And that's fine for me. I don't mind if he doesn't. if he stays with us, doesn't make the England squad, that's fine. I don't mind that. He can join England next time and be in the next World Cup squad instead. So Branthwaite
it does hurt, doesn't it? On what you just said, Paul, it does hurt. I mean, I've played football before, and when you sub, it's not nice. It's really not nice to be sub, especially when you've been called up for England. You get so excited, you know everyone's waiting for you to play, and you don't. The dinosaur Southgate doesn't give you an opportunity, and I do think if Branthwaite got the opportunity, it would have just massively hyped him up. Everyone would have loved him, and he would have played better last game. So I do think it had a part to play. Coleman is right back. You've put there, Paul. Yep, is he back?
Yeah, well, yeah. There's no reason for him not to play, as far as I'm aware. I haven't heard.
No, he is available. Sorry, but I'm back in for you. But Dice did say the only reason that Coleman did in the interview. Dice said Coleman's played a lot with Ireland and Everton, so he was due a rest. That's what he said. So there's no reason why he won't be available for this game.
He also would have been up against Harvey Barnes and Isak. You know, they're young, pacey lads. You know, good on the ball and everything else. So maybe it wouldn't have been the game to have him play and then miss this one. And would have much rather Coleman be fit for tomorrow and have missed out on Tuesday. So Coleman will get further forward as well. And we need that against Burnley, which is why I put James Garner and Onana in the middle. Garner Gay will win us the ball. I've no doubt about that. But you want one of these two on the ball to pass the ball forwards. Garner Gay generally is not going to do that. It's much of a muchness. It kind of takes care of itself a lot for me. McNeil on the left and Decore. Now, the big sort of question people will say will be, should it be, I mean, Harrison will for me be on that side. To start with, I think Gomez, came on 20 minutes. Fantastic. That's good. But I wouldn't necessarily play Gomez from the start. Harrison can do a job on the right-hand side, particularly if Coleman's playing right back. Coleman can actually push him on and give him a bit of a kick up the arse. You know, Coleman sometimes actually overlaps and gets in decent crosses as well. So that combination, I don't mind on the right. Decore and behind the striker. Who do you go for? Well, I know Dominic got the goal. I honestly think I'd go for Beto.
Beto's winning Paul over.
Yeah, I would as well because we say it every time. It happened again on Tuesday, where Shah and Burns got a right battering from Beto in that first hour, and if anything, that helped when Dominic came on. If anything, it made it slightly easier for him to get involved in the game. So I'd start Beto again. You know, he's Dominic back in, and hopefully they can both get on the score sheet.
I said Beto against. I took it down in the end because Copites was coming on it. I can't stand them. Some was literally saying to me, Paul, I put a tweet up saying Beto will give Van Dijk a clashing, and I tell you something. If you people and then some Everton fans were saying Beto, are you having a laugh? He couldn't give anyone a fight. If you go and if you watch Everton properly and stop being biased towards your own team, every player centre-back Beto has come up against, he's gave them a bashing. There's been at least 5 games where the centre-backs have come off injured against Beto. He is a beast. Even like Paul just said last game, he headbutted the centre-back. He headbutted him. Not deliberate, just he's dopey. He puts himself about and he really does make centre-backs go into war with him. Beto does. And like you just said, Paul, I think he'll like at the start of the game, Beto will smash into the centre-backs. Centre-backs will know they're in for a game. And you've won the battle. Then later on, put Calvert-Lewin on. So I get it. I really do get it. Beto is a beast. And I'm telling you, people don't realise it yet. But he's a beast. So that's your lineup, Paul. Go on, tell us about it.
What are you going to change there? Because I'm not going to do a full brand new one for you. But I know you might have one or two different ones.
I want to move this, yeah. So my lineup, I'd go for. See, I'm thinking about dropping Pickford after Southall, saying he's not that good.
I know. I watched that. I was a bit surprised about that. I was quite happy
I
with
know.
that.
Caught him in a bad mood, I think. Neville Southall said apparently Jordan Pickford is not a goalkeeper that wins games, although he's won Everton about frigging 20 games. Oh, well, he won us. He got us a frigging point against Newcastle, so I didn't get that.
I was going to say he was the standout player against Newcastle, weren't he? He was man of the match.
Andrew, someone on a podcast, I don't know whether you've seen it, interviewed Neville Southall. And I love Neville Southall, by the way. He's the best goalkeeper we've ever had. He is a legend, by the way. But on the interview, he said that Jordan Pickford is not someone that excites him that much, basically, and that he likes a goalkeeper that wins games, and Jordan Pickford does nothing to win a game. So I can't agree with that. Sorry, Neville Southall. I love you, but I can't agree with that one.
I don't like Pickford, and I disagree with that with Southall. I think he's a good goalkeeper, and he does win games, but it is
interesting one for us. That was a lot of Everton fans went against that one. It is a game of opinion, but I am going for Pickford. I'm joking. I'm not listening to Southall. Jordan Pickford in goals. Mikalenko left back. I'm keeping Branthwaite left centre back. Tarkowski right centre back. You can't change that. We're not putting Michael Keane in. Sorry, Andrew. The only place Michael Keane gets in this squad for me is up front because he can smash goals in. And I'm contemplating.
People want him up front.
Michael Keane scored against us. Keano scored against us last time, didn't he? So, keep him on the bench.
He can play. We Everton fans, I don't know whether you've heard, Andrew, think that Keane could play up front. Because in training, he smashes balls top corner 24/7. He scored a screamer against Spurs last season. Michael Keane just looks like a guy that should be a striker, not a centre-back. So, I don't know. But I'm not playing him up front. What do you think on that, Andrew, before I move on with my lineup? Michael Keane up front.
He was do you know what? He scored some important goals for us. Again, you're basically Burnley's B team, aren't you? He scored.
Shut up, mate! Get him off! Get him off the show! Get him off the show!
Burnley's A team.
You know what I mean? Get him off the show. Yeah. Right, let me put some players in this team. Smash Andrew up now after saying that. Right, here we go. Andrew, you freaking get it, mate. You're coming off the show with a black eye here. Right back. I'm going to go for. He's going to put Godfrey. He loves Godfrey now. Godfrey's Dyche's new crush. He's his new Michael Keane and Ashley Young.
So you're going Godfrey? All right, okay.
Well, it's not. That's what I think is going to happen, Paul. I'm trying to get this right.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I don't want Godfrey there. I'd rather have Coleman there all day long, every day. I'm going to have Gomez in for
James Garner.
Gomez at the side of Onana for Garner, yeah.
Where are you?
Andre Gomez.
he's down there right at the bottom. He's the last Gomez.
Players in football.
He's the last Gomez of all the Gomezes.
Well, that's just doesn't tell you anything. That says he's the best and they're hiding him because Burnley are scared of him. I'm going to go for James Garner in Decore's position.
All right, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I know. I've been doing my own work. I'm going to get an A-star today for this.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I'm going to go for Ashley Young, right wing.
I can almost hear the audience grinding their teeth.
I know. I just don't think he did nothing wrong. But do you know what, Paul? This time I'm actually going for a team that I think Dyche is going to play. This is not my team. I'm actually trying to get this right here. I'm trying to beat you today. And up top, I'm going for Calvert-Lewin. I want better. 100% want better. Okay. Yeah, I think he'll go Calvert-Lewin. Apparently, the tap's been switched now. Calvert-Lewin, the tap's running, and he's going to score goals now.
Tap's open, isn't it? Yeah,
tap's open. Well, that's it. Now the tap's open. Yeah, so it's a really interesting one that I put there, I think. I think Dyche likes that Godfrey and Ashley Young combination, and I think Dyche looks for a click, doesn't he? He likes his click, and I don't particularly like it that much, but I don't think it's going to hurt us. I'm going to read the comments now. They're going to be really angry with that lineup, ain't they? What I would like to see that Andre Gomez and Onana together, both got good passing ability. And then Garner, I think, when he come on and hit the post, I think James Garner should be playing the number 10. I think he's better when he's just playing high and attacking. go out and go try and score, lad. That's what I say with James Garner. McNeil on the left, that's young. And Calvert-Lewin, I just think he's going to start after scoring a goal. I think Dyche is going to give him a go now. He's actually got that goal. So, yeah, that's one thing I will say on this, though. We are going through a lot of players that are fasting. So, Decore is one of my favourite players. But I think we might see Dyche rotate quite a lot here. So, you might see a lot of subs at 60th minute. Because I think Onana will come off. He's fasting. And I think Decore won't get a full game and start because he's fasting as well. So their energy levels ain't that high. And I generally think we're going to maximise our squad because a lot of these players are fasting. What's your thoughts on that squad, Andrew? Are you scared of that? Are you scared of mine or Paul's? Which one would you rather have, Paul's or mine? Against you.
I feel like I'd rather have yours. Just because
Cheers, mate.
that right-hand side.
Yeah.
That right-hand side with Odegaard running at those two. Yeah. But Tark's coming over. We all know he likes a crunching tackle. Calvert-Lewin, like you say, the tap's open, so he's going to probably get a couple of goals. Dwight McNeil, I mean, what do you guys think of McNeil? I've seen like people say he's not that good, people say he's brilliant. Obviously, when he were at Burnley, he split the fan base a little bit. When he left, he split the fan base. I mean, is he loved by you guys? Is he just because you've no one else in that position? What's your guys' feeling on McNeil?
Yeah, bit of both. He works dead hard. He works really hard, and he's had one or two issues off the pitch, family wise, with his wife not being well. Yet that was only sort of known then by the fans later on after he'd worked so hard for us.
Yeah.
I think he's got really quick feet in tight areas on the line. I think he can keep the ball well for us. In terms of that final cross or that final pass, maybe needs a bit of a higher success rate, but he has scored some good goals for us as well. So I think generally he's appreciated by the fan base, but we would like to see him be a bit more successful just at the most crucial times. But to be honest, you could put a load of names in that bracket as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think.
That's
what do you think, Dan?
Sums up what we felt about him. To be fair,
yeah.
No, I think on McNeil, he's like, listen to this, or I'll listen to the comments rattle now. He's a bit like a Di Maria. He's like, no, honestly, he looks like Di Maria. I think that's why I'm saying it, probably more than play like him. He's really good and tidy on the ball, but he just doesn't. He looks like he could be good, but he don't be good, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because he never loses the ball. He's really clean, really tidy. He weaves and stuff. And I honestly feel like with McNeil, I think to myself, if you had a bit more confidence, lad, you could be really good. Like if you believed what I think you're capable of, you could smash it. Because he's got one of the best shots. He doesn't lose the ball. He's got a wicked cross. And sometimes you just see him bottle it. Like he'll pass the ball. I don't want to see McNeil pass the ball on to someone to go and do something. I want McNeil to go and do something because he looks like he has it. Like, honestly, when you watch him, he's not a player that takes people on because, pace ain't his thing. So anyone that thinks pace is his thing is ridiculous. He's not someone that takes players on. But he's clever. Good 1-2. Pass, smash it in. That's his... I know what McNeil is. Do I feel he's fulfilling his potential? No, I really don't. And I don't know what you've got to do to get his best potential out of him. I don't think it helps, Andrew, us not being... Dyche doesn't play passing football. And I think this could have been the biggest mistake for McNeil is that he's gone from Dyche at Burnley not playing passing football to going to Everton, landing on Dyche again, who isn't going to play passing football. Because I think if McNeil was in a passing team, you'd see him be a lot cleverer with good passes with him. But often on the wing, all we're seeing McNeil do is just pass it back to Mikalenko and have where we used to have Baines and Pienaar and you could do a quick 1-2 to look dangerous. We haven't got that. Yeah, so long story on that. I think he's massively got potential, but I don't think he's fulfilling it. But sometimes he does, doesn't he, Paul? Sometimes
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
and so as a screamer.
Honestly, that's the sort of thing that I think... I don't know about other Burnley fans, but that's like how I felt about him when he was with us. He's got a hell of a left foot on him. He can whip a good cross into the box when he wants to, but he just needs that confidence. And I think if he'd use his right foot every now and then, he can use it. He's got a good pass on him. He just needs to, a little bit of confidence and a little bit of something there. And when he left us, I was gutted because I'd wanted to see how he'd play in the Championship, in a passing team, under company, because I think he'd have been one of the best Championship players of all time. But instead, he left and went to you guys, and good because he got to stay in the Premier League. He deserved it. He deserved a chance with a good club. But yeah, he just needs that confidence, I think.
We've got one or two other lineups, Dan.
Yeah, get them on the screen. I'm just going to... what do you think the answer is going to be? Why you put them on a screen, Paul? I'm going to leave this to you now. Do you think my partner's going to say she's going to make me a cup of tea or not? Because I've got a tea here and it's run out. So do you think she's going to say yes or no?
Now you've asked on the show, no.
I'm going to ask her now, see what she says. Carry it on, Paul. Over to you.
I know, I'm kind of want to know what happened. Blues have gone 3-5-2, so Branthwaite, Tarky and Mikalenko. Patterson down right-hand side. No one said Patterson yet, so be interesting, because he's not fancied at all by Deitch at the moment. McNeil on the left, James Garner, Anana, and Garner Gay in the middle. Up top two, Beto and DCL. I think Blues is... that's what he's hoping for. He doesn't think it'll happen, but that's what he's hoping for. What did she say? Did she answer?
She goes like, I guess, can you make me a cup of tea, please? And she goes, I knew she wanted to say no, but she goes, are you on the channel? And I goes, yeah, but it's paused. And she goes, you could tell she was like, because you're on the channel, I've got to make it. I wasn't going to look like an idiot. So, yes, I have got the kettle's being boiled, people. Go on.
So yeah, 3-5-2 for the Blues. Cass went for back four, or 4-4-1-1 by the looks of it. Patterson on the right, Mikalenko, Tarky and Branthwaite middle. Dobbin, although he's injured, so I think he's changing out. Well, he says he's going to choose a whole new team. But James Garner and Anana in the middle. Dan Juma's out as well. Harrison in behind Beto. Yeah, he said he'll just choose a whole new one.
I spoke to Caswell. We're meeting him before the game, and he thinks we're going to thrash you. Like, he's going to drop his score prediction in a minute. Caswell is. We know him. He's positive. He comes on the channel, but he says, "I really fancy us to smash these." He rang me just before the channel, seeing whether I was going to meet up with him, Paul. And he says, "I really fancy us to smash these." Caswell. Yeah. That's his lineup.
Your arm's broken, love.
Is that your cup of tea?
Yeah.
Oh dear. All the females watching now, Dan, are like, Dan, I can't believe you've done that. All the lads going, well done, Dan. There's been some shouts for me and you to be in the side, Dan, along with the regulars. JP, Paul Foss, Tax, Branthwaite, Mikalenko, Paul Cass, Jamie, the Blues, Dan Dukes and Beto. So
she comes down and goes, "Are your arms broken, love?" And she goes, "Are you on the channel?" I goes, "Yeah." She goes, "What, you live?" I goes, "Yeah, I'm live." No, she didn't know she said that live on the channel. No, my arms ain't broken. Do you want a cup of tea? Right,
not yet. not yet. Where are we? Oh yeah, Gomez. Cass changed his to Garner, Anana, Harrison, Gomez, and McNeil in behind Beto. So a 4-2-3-1. Gavin's not that enamoured with Beto, and we did have one or two others. Yeah, I'd be shocked as well. You're saying Gomez in a midfield too. God, I could just see them walking through us if.
It was a midfield free, Paul. It was like, if I'm playing Garner there, he's literally sitting right in front of the two. So it's a triangle pass sort of thing.
Is it fluid? Is it fluid football? Is it like Ted Lasso?
I think it's like Pep's ball, like even better. I think it's better than Man City passing in my head. Yeah. Gomez Gomez and Onana can pass the ball. So if you sit them two in front of the centre backs and then just play Garner in front, there should always be a pass on. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if your centre back's got the ball, and then you've got Onana and Gomez and Garner at the top, so it creates a pyramid. So there should always be, and then your wingers interlock with that. There should always be someone available to pass. That's how you pass a ball. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. We probably won't try that, but it's just what I would like to see because we need to keep the ball a little bit, especially in games like this at home where we need to win. We need a bit of the ball, but I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. It's going to be interesting. Is that all the score predictions? The lineups in, Paul? We're going to.
They're the lineup predictions. There are the lineup predictions.
Right, I haven't got my score prediction in my head. What we're going to do is we're going to do score predictions now, people. So get your score predictions in. It's going to be really interesting. This is to see score predictions. By the way, I just want to give someone a shout out. Let me get a bit of hold on. Let me get a bit of groovy. Can I just say I didn't actually crop it and put it as a short, but someone went for 1-1 last game. Paul.
What?
Went for 1-1. Yes, people, you know Paul Foster got the score prediction right. Well played. He said 1-1, and it was 1-1. We take the score predictions very seriously. So if you get it right, we normally crop it and put it up, unless you beat us, and you can do one. Right, here we go. I'm joking. I'll still crop it. I take it like a man. Right, so here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to do score predictions, people. This is the end of the show. If you can hit that like and subscribe, please do it. Tonight has gone longer than what it normally does. And I have got to go to sleep because I'm going tomorrow and got to be up early, so it probably shouldn't have. So I'm going to slap myself for this. But here we go. This is it. This is the biggie. Come on, Andrew.
You can't be waiting.
Let's get ready for this. Score predictions, people. Here we go. Is it going to be bad? Is it going to be good? Is the Blues going to have us to win? I don't know about this. We don't know. We had us lose last game. Oh, I'm getting excited for this game now, I tell you. I'm going to go nuts. Right, here we go. Score predictions. I'm going to put it on Paul. One thing's for sure is Andrew is never going to come on this channel again. It's like, what have I let myself in for? Right, here we go. Score prediction, Paul. On you first. Paul Foster.
On me first. Right, okay.
Yeah. Keep you on the spot.
I will...
On your toes.
I will go for a... Are we going to score 2? 2-0. 2-0 for us.
2-0. That's big. That is from Foster. Paul is normally quite.
I know.
I was going to say precious, but that's not even a word. Go for it. So who's your
2-0. I'm actually going to go DCL and Beto.
So DCL comes on and scores.
Or the other way round. Yeah. I think we'll score. It'd be one of those where we're often on the end of it, where we'll score first. Burnley have got to come out, and then we'll manage to snatch one towards the end. You know, it's one of those games where it could be 2-0 for them or 2-0 for us, but let's go for 2-0 for us. DCL and Beto for me.
2-0, DCL and Beto. Now I'm going to put the score prediction on to Andrew, and I'm going to finish it. I'm interested in what Andrew's been throwing a few punches tonight. He's had a couple of digs at me and stuff like that. He's going to smash us down our right-hand side, he said, on my lineup. So here we go. Score prediction. What you got, mate?
We've bigged it up. We've said how important of the game it is for both teams. Got your brew there. We've said how amazing our teams are.
Appreciate it. Go on.
Said how amazing our teams are, how big of a game it is, how important all 3 points are.
Go on.
0-0.
0-0.
Because that would be typical Burnley.
You'd be happy with that, though, would you?
Yeah, clean sheet and a point. Yeah, I'd take that. I mean, I'd be happier with 2-0 to us, but clean sheet and a point. I'd take that.
0-0. Who's your goal scorers?
Who's?
There will be a dodgy penalty disallowed, though.
What?
Don't know who for, but there will be a dodgy penalty disallowed.
Oh. Well, Michael Oliver's the referee tomorrow. So, God knows. And David Coote is the VAR, which is just as bad. So, God knows. Anything could happen. Really could.
I'd 100% take 0-0 then.
No, it's 0-0 is, like you say, it's probably, I don't know. I thought he was going to bring the win on to us then, Andrew. I did. I thought you were going to hit me with the win. Because all I'm thinking, I'm an Everton fan, so I'm all towards me. I'm Everton. But I think as a Burnley fan, we've not won in how many? You must see this as a massive opportunity where we're not that good at home either. Like, we struggle at home. Can't get the atmosphere right. I'm hoping that changes this game. But I thought you was going to come at us with a win. But I can see like a draw still not being bad for you because...
No. It's just typical Burnley. It's... We've hyped it up of how big a game it is and how important it is, and it's typical of us to just go for a 0-0 now.
Right, so my score prediction. I promise, because by the way, there's a guy called Pablo that comes on our channel. He's on the Everton Fan Advisory Board, and he was in the comments when I said that we was going to beat Bournemouth 5-1. He was in the comments, and I said we didn't win 5-1. What was the score, Paul? Against Bournemouth?
The last one, unfortunately, 2-1 on it.
Yeah, so I said we was going to win 5-1 and we lost 2-1. So I promised that I'm not going to go stupid on scores ever again. So as much as I'd like to give a big score on this, I've got to really knuckle down here. I'm going to say 3-2 to us. I think, I've looked at your team, and although I don't know a lot of the players, you look like you've got a lot of energy in there and stuff like that. And I think you've got a few young players that are going to take it to us. I think you're just going to go for it. I think Company's going to be angry. He's going to be ready for it. And this isn't an easy game for Everton. And 3-2 is going to make me shit my pants if it's like a close 3-2. But yeah, me and Paul are going tomorrow. And
yeah,
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I am scared. I don't feel cocky confident that Caswell feels. I normally do, but I don't, because I know how big this game is. And it scares me because sometimes, no offense to Burnley, I feel like Everton are expected to probably be the better team here, and that scares me. I'd rather be the underdog. And I love being the underdog. And I think that you're going to be a lot better than what we think, because your form is good, and you don't get better form by playing shit. You get it by playing better. So you are playing better. And I don't think we can take you lightly, but I think we might just be able to do you 3-2. But this is going to be a proper Michael Jackson thriller game, this is, in my head. My goal scorers are going to be the two young kids that you put up top.
Fofana and Foster.
You can tell me then. Fofana and Foster, yeah. I think you're going to be. They're going to be lively. I can't believe I'm giving you 2 goals. It sounds like I'm on your side here. Fofana and Foster, and then I'm going to go for Beto and Calvert-Lewin. Stealing that off your Paul, but I generally think they both could score. I don't think they'll both start, but I think literally it's not going to be like when the subs come on, it's still going to be a big game, if you know what I mean. So yeah. DCL and Calvert-Lewin, and then I'm going to go for Di Maria, Dwight McNeil. I'm going to go for that, man. Just because we've had a big... Normally, when you talk about someone loads on the pre-match, they go and score, don't they? Especially when we're questioning him. So I think McNeil might score against Burnley. So, yeah, Beto, Calvert-Lewin, and McNeil, 3-2, thriller.
To be fair, McNeil's the only one of the old guard who hasn't scored against us yet this season for you guys. So
Clip.
Stat man. Oh, he's a stat man!
Shouldn't have said
Paul's
it.
normally a stat man. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said it, but...
I know. I get it. I know. But I just think a lot of Everton games have just been boring, and I can't see this being boring. Do you know where you think like both teams are going to sit back? You're 0-0 basically. Both teams are going to be scared and not want it, and you're going to get a 0-0. I think there's going to be Everton have got to go for it at home, otherwise our fans will go crazy. So we're going to go for it, and we're not that good at going for it. So you're going to catch us out a little bit, and it's going to be there's going to be goals in my head, Emma. There is going to be goals. Right, let's get their score predictions on and finish the Toffee Bluecast. Let's do this.
Yeah, Paul Cass. Well, he went big. He went big. He's gone 4-0.
I told you.
He got 4-0. You know, we barely scored 2 in a game for however long, but 4-0.
4-0. He ain't even giving one. He's
No.
not even giving one, Paul.
I mean, he's not just done that. He's gone Beto, Harrison, Patterson. Be surprised if Patterson actually steps on the pitch, to be honest. DCL to wrap it up. DCL to wrap it up in a Lukaku kind of, we've done the hard work, now I can score kind of thing.
I like it.
Sonny's gone 1-0 as well.
Yeah.
I did consider
Dice
it.
result, isn't it?
It.
It is a dice
Emma
result.
went, Emma went 2-1. I don't want to show the Blues one, but I suppose I'll. Oh, God, he said 1-1. He's gone 1-1.
The Blue, yeah.
I hope it's 1-1 in a kind of reverse psychology kind of way that I mentioned against Newcastle.
No, it's not. It's not reverse psychology with the Blues.
No,
The Blues is like he says it and he means it. The Blues, you know what I mean? If you're getting arrested, the Blues means it. Taya 1-1 is the Blues.
He keeps our feet on the ground as the Blues. Keeps us grounded. Brandt waiting for Farner for the Blues. I mean, I love this. David Davis, love you to bits. 7-1. Toffee Lady hat trick. So you never know.
I reckon the Burnley fans would go mad if that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? My granddad would love that because he always asked me about the Toffee Lady.
I don't know. You know what? I mean, people tell me because I do go, but I don't go often, unfortunately, as I'd like. But it always used to have the Toffee Lady go around, and they never got a bloody sweet. Never got an Everton mint. They'd throw them, and then it'd just scatter, and I could never get one. Gutted. But that's personal.
Couple of, you know what I mean?
And I wasn't very tall though, like that. But you know,
hopefully they'll throw some tomorrow, Paul, and I'll get you one. Don't worry.
I maybe bring some of my own and throw them at the.
We can do one of those. We can do one of those like rugby pickups. Pick you up. We'll do a rugby try at the Toffee Mint.
If we don't bring it back, if we're not throwing Everton mints at people anymore, bring that back. That's hilarious. Eugene's in. Get in. It's not 7-1, but it's 4-1. He gave you a goal, Andrew. Gave you a goal.
Yeah.
Beto hat trick. Eugene loves a hat trick every week. Beto hat trick and McMessy on the score sheet.
Is he scoring for us as well?
Maybe he is. Yeah.
It looks like it. He didn't want to give you one. Eugene ain't giving you nothing, mate. He's giving you a goal, so be grateful with that. He's not giving your player as the goal scorer. You know what I mean? It's got to be an own goal, hasn't it? It's got to be like it.
Yeah. Blues was torn between 1-0 and 1-1, but he's scared of jinxing it. So is Lulu. So she's not saying anything. David came in with his real one, which was 2-0 DCL and Tarky. So, yeah, I think people generally are positive, but they don't want to jinx anything and be too confident. Then I'll push some kid out of the way for the sweets for you, Paul. You know what? He's that competitive. He would as well.
The way Twitter is nowadays, that'll get recorded and I'll go down as a bully or something like that. We'll definitely get recorded. I'll be like,
he would. Yeah.
Sweet, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll have to do an apology because Dan didn't see this poor mascot going for this sweet.
And for the game.
Cancelled.
Imagine that, you know what I mean, on your CV, on your record, you know what I mean? You've got a criminal record for pushing a kid for a toffee sweet. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. What happened to Toffee Bluecast? Oh, so well, Dan ballsed it up by knocking some kid out trying to get an Everton mint.
I blame you, Paul. I'm not being funny, right? Paul's just gone and gave the big sob story about him not getting a toffee mint on the channel. He's my mate. I go and back him up and knock a kid out to get him the toffee mint, and I get arrested. How's that right? You witnessed this now on the channel. If they're chucking toffee mints out tomorrow, you've witnessed this. That Paul egged me on. So
Read that. Read that out loud, Daniel. What did you do?
I love my daughter to pieces, but I'm a better dancer than her, right? And if I've got to get the camera, I've got to get the camera, baby. I needed the camera. I'm not being funny. My daughter was doing really good dance moves, but she wasn't doing the footwork that I was doing behind her. So I had to push her out a little bit, get my tap dancing in, and then put her back in to dance with me. She's actually really good at singing a song at the minute. That'll be the next video. She loves a song at the minute, so I'll get her to sing the song.
Do you think the Bella Ciao DCL?
We are finishing on. We've got 4 minutes left. We're finishing on 1 hour and a half, and we'd only normally do an hour, but because we've got a Burnley fan on, we wanted to proper have a fight with him, so we've kept it for an hour and a half. So here we go. This is the Bella Ciao thing. I think I've got it.
Have you got it? Oh, brilliant! Brilliant.
Yeah, well, you know me. I'm sad.
I hope this gets sung. I really hope there's some. I really hope Gladys
Street
making it to the heart.
It's a commentator. It's not a song, so I don't think we'll get done for copyright, right? Yeah. I don't know whether did you see it, Andrew? This song?
No.
No. So when you watch Everton on a dodgy stream, which is an Italian one, I think, or something like that. When you watch Everton on this stream, you get a commentator that doesn't speak English. Now we haven't got a song for Calvert-Lewin. And when Calvert-Lewin scored, this is what we got.
Va a pegar Calvert-Lewin, busca el empate el Everton, llega Calvert-Lewin, ¡gol! Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 Dominic y Calvert-Lewin, y es el gol del Everton. Fue Dominic, Dominic, Nick, para Dominic y Calvert-Lewin. Y es el gol del Everton. Fue Dominic, Nick, para Dominic y Calvert-Lewin. Y es el gol del Everton. Fue Dominic.
This is a commentator this long when he scored. So that was our song.
I thought we had some shit chance.
That's brilliant. I love it. I love that.
We love it. We do love it. The commentator, literally, that's what the commentator sang when Calvert-Lewin scored. Bella, ciao, ciao, ciao. So I think we'll see some Everton fans singing that if Calvert-Lewin scores. But it's going to be a cracking game anyway.
You have to bring that out tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be funny listening to us trying to. Apparently, we're giving hymn sheets out to try and sing it because it's that hard. It's not even in our language, but we are going to try. You know what us Everton fans are like. Right, Andrew, just give yourself a shout out. If anyone wants to. I mean, I had you on last time and I said to you, really nice guy, I'll get you on again. And that's why I've had you on. I hate it sometimes because when you don't, sometimes you don't like opposition fans, but we always get the good ones on. And we've got a good one over you, but we do need to beat you. But give yourself a shout out. Where's your channel?
Yeah, nice one, mate. So, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want, always Claret. Also, just recently started a new podcast. I think I mentioned it last time, talking about the good times of Burnley. As I said, this season, looking at us in the table, you can probably tell it's not been the best. So I've started one called Times Like These, just talking about the good times following Burnley. Feel free to find us on Spotify and YouTube. Again, just always Claret. And thank you both for having us on. It's been lovely. Obviously, don't want you to win tomorrow, but best luck for the rest of the season as long as we stay up.
That's fair.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be an exciting season. It really is going to be an interesting now. There's 8 games left, and it really is. I don't want anyone to go down. So for me, all I can do is focus on ourselves, and we've got to try and stay up. You've got to try and stay up. So I wish you luck on trying to stay up, and I wish us on luck on trying to stay up. Obviously, we're going to want to win tomorrow. Of course, we are. We need to win tomorrow. Like I said, that's what scares me. If you do win, it's a big chance on you staying up. If we win, it's a big chance on us staying up. So tomorrow, whoever loses, it puts them in massive trouble. So it's a massive game. Right, I'm going to drop the banner on. Thanks, everyone, for listening. It says there's like 364 people listening with Twitter. So we are doing really well as a channel. We'd like to thank you all for listening all the time. It would feel boring if we come live and there wasn't that many people listening, but there are a lot on. So it's definitely worth it. We bring you all together. Me and Paul are going tomorrow. I've got a nice 3-4 hour journey just to get to the ground. And I hope I go back 3-4 hour journey with a win, but you can't promise anything. But I tell you something, I hope they put the camera on me because I'm going to try my best to get us that win tomorrow. I'll try.
We'll be there. We'll be there tomorrow. Don't be late, Daniel. Do not be late. Up early.
Say that. It's 40 minutes past 10 now. You know what I mean? I've got to go straight to sleep now. I've got to be up about 7 o'clock in the morning. Right, everyone. Have a boss one. We will do loads of videos on Toffee BLUECAST of the game, me and Paul there. Loads of pictures. We'll try and meet everyone that we can. If you're at the ground, you listen to us and you see us, come and say hello. I understand if you dodge me because I do dance a lot on the show and I probably will dance with you near the ground. But yeah, have a boss one, everyone. Up the fucking Toffees. And good luck to you, Andrew. Or bad luck to you, Andrew. Bad luck to you, Andrew. Right. Up the Toffees, everyone. Have a boss one.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do
Get on the street, we'll be celebrating. I really do.